One of the great intercontinental rivalries, England versus Argentina, a match so evocative of unforgettable additions down the years, always spicy, few games matter more. We are, of course, at the future Nou Camp. Given a new look after 4 years of renovations, it is bigger, better, and ever more beautiful. And this is one, Jim, that you just cannot predict.
Well, it's difficult to gauge just how the sides really match up, Peter, when there's so much history and emotion involved in big games like this. Although the recent change in mood does suggest we'll be able to focus on just the football. And
Martinez! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
O'Reilly. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Martinez. And here's Messi. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Rice, that's destined for the flank. Anderson. Now it's Messi. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Kane. Almada. Now it's Messi. Shot could be on. Now there's a fine ball. He's had a shot! Goal! Argentina! The first significant strike. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Nicely weighted ball. Nice interception, well timed. Kane finds himself offside. And here's Kane, spread to the right. He has found the way through. Medina gets across to intercept that. And here's Bellingham. Oh, that's a little loose. Oh, good-looking ball. Martinez. Now it's Messi. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's to Paul. Messi. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And that's Messi! Oh, the ball's cut. Oh, he's been caught napping. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Spread out to the left. Gordon. O'Reilly. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Thinks about the shot.
Argentina really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Spread it left. DePaul. O'Reilly. And here's Gordon. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Bellingham has it out wide and in space. He's having it! It's hit the crossbar. This time, surely! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's had it taken off him. McAllister
has been indicated.
And Fernandez. Medina. Madueke. And it's O'Reilly. Kane is onto this. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Anderson. Now it's Kane. Romero does really well to win the ball there. Rice. Now that looks a decent ball. Gordon picks it up out wide. Out for a throw. That is good strength. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Messi. Almada. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And the return pass. Fernandez shapes to shoot!
The attendance for this
Here's
match
Kane.
was 96,628.
O'Reilly. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Bellingham. Anderson. Over to the right flank. Madueke has the space to scheme. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Messi. Almada receives it in a good position here. Bellingham. And smartly reclaimed. And Martinez! Goal! Argentina! And they've got their lead back. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Argentina have their lead. Rice pinches it off him. And this is Messi, McAllister. And here's the Paul. Oh, that's a Messi! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession.
Real chance! Oh, good finish. So smooth, a signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
England, after 78 minutes, is number 18, Gordon.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
He came in hard, very hard.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Fernandez. James. Messi being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, no half measures from here.
Now it's Martinez. Now it's Martinez. Good read, needed to be. Played out to the left flank. Argentina, moments now away from seeing this one out.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
That has been slung wide. Gordon has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Substitution in progress.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
proudly make his way to the information
So there it
centre.
is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
The instantly recognisable Signal Iduna Park, one of Europe's most unforgettable stadia. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest. And the shot! Goal!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So, a breakthrough already. Goes looking wide. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Messi. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Played out towards the right wing. De Paul. And the shot's on here. And Messi! He doesn't look too happy with that.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Martinez, now it's Messi. Martinez is onto this. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Now it's Martinez. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. So just a one early... Oh, terrible pass. He has found the way through. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, he's all alone. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Spain are all square. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Number 21, Mikel Oyarzabal.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Pedri. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Can he finish? Goal! Argentina! Into the lead once more.
The goal scorer for Argentina after 19 minutes is number 22, Lautaro Martinez.
Argentina have their lead. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Almada. Martinez. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Can he get onto this? He's got away. Shot, surely! Almada. Laporte. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Messi. And here's Fernandez. Almada. Mikel Oyarzabal. That's going wide left. Now it's Gavi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he's picked it up out wide. Now it's Gavi. Thinks about the shot. Oh, well played. And it's a corner. That's a decent clearance. That's the throw. Great vision. Ferran Torres receives it in a wide position. De Paul. Laporte kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oyarzabal receives it in a good position here. Fernandez.
Oyarzabal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Just about within shooting range. Argentina looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Kubasi. And it's Rodri. Messi. Romero. To Martinez. Martinez. He's in a great position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
We are into stoppage time. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Now it's Messi. That's the end of the first 45. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Argentina are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way. Fernandez. McAllister. De Paul has created one goal already. Montiel. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. That's a lovely, neat pass. Gavi. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Ferran Torres. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. Now Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Ferran Torres. And he's got his cross in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Messi currently being consciously targeted.
Well, the quicker you cut out the service, the sooner you isolate his threat.
Now it's Messi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. McAllister. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Oyarzabal. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Pedri. Very nicely done. This looks promising.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good ball, good take. Now it's Messi. Oh, good spread. Montiel. And this is Messi. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Oyarzabal. Gavi.
That's going in strongly.
Goes down, but nothing given. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. He's found some space. Llorente! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line. Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And he's managed to get free. Gavi. De Paul. McAllister. Decent chance! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Substitution in progress.
Spain making further changes here, and in quick succession. And it's been taken short. Now he leaps for it! And a truly agonising miss.
That's really unlucky, because he didn't do an awful lot wrong then. It's a let-off for that defence.
Nico Williams proves just a little bit too strong. Cucurella crosses. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Laporte. Threads one in. Yamal picks it up out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Mikel Oyarzabal. Montiel. Now it's Messi. And that's it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
I'd like to draw your
Messi,
attention to the
voted
screen
man
for
of the
more
match, and
information on the
deservedly
shuttle
so.
bus service.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats. The curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
We're up and running then. Mbappe. Almada engages and forces him off the ball. Opts for safety. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
And Messi! And he can clear it away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Stood up well to him there. Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And here's Mbappe. He's had it taken off him.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That'll be a throw-in. Dembele. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's the pull. He's in a decent chance! Goal! Argentina! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Argentina, after 23 minutes, is number 10, Lionel Messi.
Argentina are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
No, that's been intercepted. That's a sharp pass. And he's looking to catch him up. Could move up a gear here. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, goes for a shot! And that's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
After 28 minutes is number 7.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
France restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And here's Lautaro Martinez, and he shoots! And he's really put himself on the line here. Argentina with the corner, they're first. Rabiot gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And this is Messi. Messi! Goal! Argentina! And they're back in front. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Is number 10, Lionel Messi.
Argentina leading now. Hernandez. And here's Mbappe. And he's lost his man here. He's having a hit! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! A finish right from the top draw. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's bustling through here. Takes a shot! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
After 42 minutes is number 10, Mbappe.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Almada. And it's McAllister. Now it's Martinez.
There will be 3
Oh,
minutes
there's a
added
probing
time.
ball. Oh, now he can run away with it. Mbappe. Shoots! It's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Mbappe.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And that brings the first half to a close. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Away we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, some tackle that. Hernandez to Rabiot. And it's Dembele. He's picked his way through. And he's in on chance for a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. France palpably stronger, better, superior. Montiel, De Paul, McAllister, and Fernandez. Big chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's had it nicked away. And no, he's seen through all of that. Messi being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And the pass is intercepted. Montiel, who's set up 1 goal so far. Olise charging forward, the ball at his feet. Martinez. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Martinez. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. And here's Messi. Martinez! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Upamecano. Koundé. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. He's found space here. Oh, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Cherki. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Dembele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Doué. Pinches it off him. Messi. Now it's to Paul. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And Martinez! It is a very, very good save.
Argentina are stuck in a rut, and impatient pots at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
He's got away. And here's Dembele. Picked out, shot at goal! It's a goal! They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Another one. This must be his personal high.
Substitutions taking place.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Cherki. Rabiot. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Martinez. Almada.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And the number on the board is 3. Chouameni. And it's Hernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And time is up. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
And now to all members
Your
of the
reflections
crowd,
then, Jim. One of the great intercontinental rivalries, England versus Argentina, a match so evocative of unforgettable editions down the years, always spicy, few games matter more. There is an expectant air here in North London, the Emirates serving the embodiment of class, sophistication for its illustrious inhabitants, up to 60,000 here, expecting the team to meet their expectation. Time to buckle up, here we go.
Well, it's difficult to gauge just how the sides really match up, Peter, when there's so much history and emotion involved in big games like this. Although the recent change in mood does suggest we'll be able to focus on just the football, and I'm hoping for a really open, lively game now.
So things are underway.
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
The goal scorer for Argentina.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
England finding themselves unexpectedly behind. James. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's managed to get free. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Gordon. Romero gets a foot in here. Rice with the short one. Looking for the far post. Montiel is there and he can get that clear. De Paul. Fernandez. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Messi. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh, that's superb. Big chance! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite.
Oh, what has happened here? Madueke. And it's Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Fernandez. That's going wide left. McAllister makes the interception. And this is Messi. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
The goal scorer for Argentina after 23 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi.
Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
De Paul. Fernandez. Now it's Martinez. De Paul. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Anderson. That's destined for the flank. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the shot! He's got a goal! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
England cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that.
He's having a pop!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. McAllister, now it's Martinez. Good chance here! Argentina looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Now it's Kane. Can he get it through? De Paul. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And this is Messi. Martinez. Rice promptly onto that, and that is that. Stones. Now it's Messi. Now it's Martinez. Oh, that's a key interception.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Konsa. And it's Rice. It's Bellingham. Who's looking wide. He's had a fit. And the whistle goes for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Argentina are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. The second half is up and running. And this is Messi. Ball's gone out of play. And it's McAllister. Anderson. Kane. Ball's played through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Takes a shot! And he's stuck it away! England are back in business! That was easy, almost too easy.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got 2 strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Rice.
Argentina really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Pinches it off him. Anderson. Messi being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Almada. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Now who's going to be first to this?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nicely weighted ball. That ball looks a good one. Caught offside that time. Rice. De Paul. Montiel. To McAllister. Montiel. Gordon. Looking for options for movement. Great ball, and he's in here. Argentina needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And now the breakaway. Now it's Messi. And here's Messi. Montiel picks it up out wide. And he's in on Fernandez! Goal! Argentina! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
6 minutes is number 24, Fernandez. Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this?
Impressive jump! Harmlessly behind.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, that's well spotted. Played out towards the right wing. Played back into the centre. Gordon. Oh, they can break here. He's picked his way through.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down.
He's going for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Rice plays it short. Has crossed into the... Decent chance! In he goes again! Goal! We thought they were done, but never say never! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
De Paul. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Kane. Spread out to the left. And here's Gordon. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, super. Goes for a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Substitutions taking place.
So So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. England found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
And that is that. Argentina did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass.
Take this opportunity to pay a visit to our
The end of the
store,
game.
where memorabilia from
Reflections?
today's match are now
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And this, of course, a part of the European scenery known for its great noise. Milan, the grand shrine to the game, the Giuseppe Meazza. It is a true heavyweight clash.
It'll be interesting to see.
He's going for goal! Nearly, but not quite.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Not the most convincing of passes. Anderson. It's a really well-measured ball, and that was asking for too much. Nice-looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past...
Shoots! That's really well cleared. Fabian Ruiz. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
And it's made its way to him. Now there's a... Yamal! Goal! Spain! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Passing is crisp and sharp. Anderson knocks it into space. Laporte. Now it's Pedri. Now it's Yamal. And that's going wide left. He's in a great chance for a shot! Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well, there's the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He'll try from distance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
He is starved of space and time. And it's Gavi. And here's Yamal. It's their second corner of the game. James tries to clear. He's on it, goes for a shot! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And he's only too happy to take that back. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And the shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Yamal bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's had it nicked away. Fabian Ruiz. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Gordon. He's shifting through the gears here. That's good play. Rodri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Yamal. Oh, can he finish? Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Kane. Oh, good spread. Now it's Madueke. Madueke tries a cross. Pau Kubasi is there to clear. Laporte getting this one clear. Gavi. And he cuts out the supply. Looking for a runner. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Spain absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Spain producing a nigh-on perfect 45 minutes. It's 3-0. So, into the second half. Stones. And it's Ruiz. Great vision. Laporte calmly anticipates. Spread it left. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Kane. Nicely spread. Madueke finding himself in space. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Cucurella defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Now it's Yamal. Just eases him off the ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. Yamal looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally they've decided to single him out.
Picked out, tries a shot! And he should have made it 4.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Corner number 3 coming up. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter.
The attendance for
Almost
this
an
match
hour
was
gone.
80,113.
He's looking wide. Gordon! And he's managed to get free. Gordon's cross. Getting it! And he scores! It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Kubasi. Llorente. Now it's Ferran Torres. Pedri. And it's Cucurella. Fabian Ruiz, who does have an assist to his name. It's Pedri. Anderson. And the return pass. Fabian Ruiz. Distributed tidily. Anderson. Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance. Big chance! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Substitution.
England can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Now it's Gavi. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. James. Now Rodgers. Spread out to the left. Llorente goes sliding in.
Substitution in progress.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Rodri. Well timed, excellent interception. Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Gavi. That's destined for the flank. And he's being shifted off it. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And it's Pedri. Rodgers. And here's Yamal. Yamal! Gordon.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Real chance! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Substitutions taking place.
England making further changes here, and in quick succession. Rashford getting the call here in what can be... There's the shot! A real chance and a real let-off. Saka in acres of space out wide. Look at the space here.
Their confidence in their crossing is deserting them when they need it most now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Can he get onto this? Keeper's dealt with that. Great chance! Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rodri. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Spain looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Yamal, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
So we're very much on the way now. Vitinha. Can he get it through? And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They've played it short. And it's Vitinha. That is good strength. Bruno Fernandes gets into a good... And a chance! Superb goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Argentina are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Messi. Now it's Martinez. And here's Fernandes. Great ball, and he's in here. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And this is Ronaldo. McAllister. Fernandes. And it's McAllister.
Argentina are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Decent chance! And no mistake. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Fernandes. And this is Messi. Now it's Fernandes. He's on it. Can he get away? Tries a shot! Oh, what? That's another chance! Goal! Argentina! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Argentina leading now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Martinez. Now it's Messi. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Messi. And the shot! What a save by Diogo Costa! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. Pedro Neto getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Stood up well to him there. He's hit it. Martinez! And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Number 22, Martinez.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Martinez. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
And that has been slung wide. Nicely shaped ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Might be danger here. A big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
Romero is there, and he can get that clear. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, brilliant save under real pressure.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now, can they get him away? And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo has been caught there, it's a foul. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the ball's run, and again! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Vitinha is there, and he can pick it up. So, a temporary halt to the action.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Oh, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And here's Messi. Martinez, chance! It's hit the upright. And he can clear it away. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in plenty of space here. Pinches it off him. Portugal claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. That's a decent clearance. Bruno Fernandes on a serious charge here. It's anyone's ball now. And he shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Montiel with the clearance. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Vitinha.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Montiel. Romero.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Martinez under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if he's denied a chance to make the ball stick, Peter, the threat is obviously minimised.
Played out to the left flank. Good ball, good take.
Portugal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Argentina needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Vitinha has found the net here, of course. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable match. Shot, surely! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And a neat finish! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Messi at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Messi. And it's Messi. Over to the right flank. Plays the return pass. And no, that was never going to make it. Araujo to Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. McAllister. And he is dashing away. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Substitution in progress.
And it's been taken short. Has to go back here. And the shot! It's fallen kindly here. And there's a goal. With so little time left. Grandstand finish. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Portugal give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defence.
Oh no, what has happened here? He's got away. Oh, shoot. He's having a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Now is this the final? Takes a shot! And that's in! We thought they were done, but never say never! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Oh, he's having a go! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, it's come loose. That's it, there is no more. It is going to penalties. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
Well, we all know what is coming, and for some it may be too much. It is utterly unbearable. And he has done his bit.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Up steps the man with the armband. And he makes it 1 each. So both teams on the board. McAllister, second in line for them.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, didn't change.
So on to the second man. And he sticks it away.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Almada, the third man up. Oh, Cooley does it.
I don't think there was ever any doubt, really, Peter. Certainly not in his mind.
We're on to number 3 here. That's a good penalty. It's 3 each. So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Trincao is fourth up.
Yeah, looked so confident as well. The keeper's notes didn't help him then.
Martinez, the last of the designated five. That's a brilliant read.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off. Everyone here are holding their breath.
Oh, he saved it! And that takes us to sudden death. A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save.
And that is the end of that.
Well, that's just wonderful, Peter. The pressure was on, but that's just superb mentality. The mindset did stay strong.
So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their part in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short. Well, ultimately it came down to penalties. Any thoughts, Jim, having seen what you have?
Argentina really must be wondering how different this all could have been had they taken their chances, Peter. But it really was.
Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
So it feels like a pretty special occasion here in the capital, a bustling scene in the north of the great city of London, and a venue here which has housed some of the game's glitterati since 2006. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
So we're very much on the way now.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Played out to the left flank. Ryerson. And here's Rafinha. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned. and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Haaland. Great vision. Ødegaard crosses.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Ødegaard.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Neymar finds himself offside. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Neymar. Now it's Evan Nielsen. Oh, good spread. Love, and a chance! Goal, Brazil! And there is your opener. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And Neymar! They want to be quick to recover this. He'll try to keep this alive. That's put paid to the danger. Bruno Guimaraes. Rafinha. And this is decent chance! Brazil with the corner, they're first. Norway have the chance to go the other way. And he is going into that little black book. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And here's Ødegaard. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. And no surprise, that's a booking. Neymar.
Brazil can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Haaland receives it in a shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Lucas Paqueta getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Neymar. Ederson. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Lucas Paqueta, who does have an assist to his name. It's Neymar! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Surlot. Oh, there's a probing ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Not the most accurate pass. Ederson. Bruno Guimaraes. Eva Nielsen. Now it's Neymar. And that's gone loose. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Brazil coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Brazil are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And hostilities have... Haaland! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there.
He's having a pop! Haaland! That is brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. Norway are back in business.
The goal scored for Norway.
A horrible blip, a moment they could well have done without.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Played back into the centre, and he's gone backward here. Eva Nielsen, chance for a shot!
Brazil really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Rafinha needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Quarter of an hour into the second half.
60,179.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Surlot. Oh, just skips past his man. No, that's been intercepted. Eva Nielsen looking understandably energised after his goal. Brazil ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Nicely spread. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is good alertness. Berger. And it's Paquetá. Ederson. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Ederson. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's in a great position here. Distributed tidily. Space for him to turn and look. And he's managed to get free. Shot at goal! Goal! Norway! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Bruno Guimaraes. Eva Nielsen. And this is Neymar. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Brazil really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And it's made it, and the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, good take. Lucas Paquetá! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Berger. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Eva Nielsen. And here's Neymar.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Haaland.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Neymar. And there goes their last chance. Brazil pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Brazil just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
Well, England and Argentina is a rivalry with a long history, during which both teams have had their moments of triumph over each other. England in the 1966 quarter-final, of course, and Argentina in the quarter-final of 1986, most famously. But past results mean nothing here. Forget whatever script you've read. Anything can happen once that whistle goes. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And this is one, Jim, that you just cannot predict.
Well, it's difficult to gauge just how...
And a chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Stones. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this player, Anthony Gordon, is someone who's really impressed me in recent games. He's very hard-working, quite versatile, he has an excellent attitude, and he just keeps on ploughing away. I'm just curious to see whether he'll be allowed to operate more like an inside forward, because that's when he seems to be at his...
Goes for goal! Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Anderson gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Messi. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Now it's Messi. Martinez. Lovely. Can he finish? Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So, a breakthrough already. Stones. Bellingham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Another pass just goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 10, Lionel Messi.
Argentina are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Anderson. Argentina have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
O'Reilly. Montiel. McAllister. Now it's Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Anderson. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Madueke. Throw in. Looking for the run. James picks it up out wide. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. O'Reilly. Here's Gordon. 30 minutes gone. Fernandez. Pass somewhat off target. And that has been slung wide. Now it's Kane. McAllister. And it's Messi. Now it's Martinez. Goes looking wide. Plays the return pass. And this is Messi.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Now it's Kane. And it's been shipped out wide. Now it's Gordon. Romero does well to get it back. Martinez. Oh no, this does not look good. Now it's Messi. De Paul. Now it's Martinez.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
2 minutes has been indicated.
He's found a way through. And he's straight offside. McAllister. Now it's Martinez. And for the first half, that is that. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Argentina looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Anderson! And there's a goal! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
England cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Stones. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Fernandez. Now it's Messi. Martinez. Distributed tidily. Gordon. Now it's Kane. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Rice. Plays it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. No, that's overhit. Messi being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
So we've reached the hour mark. Tries one from... Oh, he's hit the bar! And that has been knocked clear.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And here's the Paul. Argentina are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Now it's Messi. Now it's Martinez. Nicely spread. And it's Bellingham. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Kane. Romero does really well to win the ball there.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Kane. Romero makes the interception. De Paul. Montiel. And it's Rodrigo De Paul. Messi. Now it's Martinez. Argentina ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Martinez. And here's Messi. De Paul. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Rice. Here's Gordon. Now it's Messi. That's a sharp pass. The final 5 minutes. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Argentina nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's a throw-in.
Substitution.
Now it's Martinez.
There will
Oh,
be
well
one
played, well
added
sorted
time.
out. It's a really well-measured ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, such a clever touch. Takes a shot! It's in! And right near the end, we have parity. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So there you have it, penalties. So there was to be no definitive result.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So here comes the ultimate emotional roller coaster ride at the end of it all. Which way will he go? And he has done his bit.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Now it is the turn of the captain. Big character, big moment, big save. Argentina are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Oh, great save! That is a great save! So on to the second man. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Argentina with this chance to pull two clear. Of course, they're up by two.
A great position now, but still work to be done.
So down by two, another miss can be game, set and match.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it.
Argentina are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Will that prove decisive?
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
This to stay in it. Oh, he saved it! And that's done it! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end.
Lost children's announcement.
Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. Shot, surely! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
So, a breakthrough already. Bruno Guimaraes. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Lucas Paqueta running with the ball. Lucas Paqueta stood his ground strongly. Bruno Fernandes. That's destined for the flank. And this is Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's a good finish. Not one, but two. It is a dream start. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
João Cancelo. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. And here's Bruno Fernandes. He's had a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Ederson. That's a lovely, neat pass. João Neves goes sliding in. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Bernardo Silva. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, what a ball! Alexandro. And it's Alexandro. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Distributed tidily. Back towards the middle. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's slung out wide. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a pretty loose pass. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Evan Nielsen. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. And this is Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. And here's Bernardo Silva. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And claimed it back swiftly. And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Good ball, good take. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Pedro Neto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Real chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Lucas Paqueta. And Rafinha. Vitinha. Vega. And it's
There will be
Neves.
1 minute added time.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Portugal firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. And we are back underway. Engages and forces him off the ball. João Neves. To Cancelo. Vitinha. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Vitinha. And this is... And the shot! It's hit the upright. And that is well cleared. Rafinha tries to play it through, and it's made its way to him. He is through here. It's Neymar! And that is wildly off target.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Lucas Paqueta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Lucas Paqueta is offering a wry smile there.
Vega promptly onto that, and that is that. Played out towards the right wing. Bernardo Silva. Cristiano Ronaldo. Being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
That is a brilliant interception. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Araujo gets across and deals with it. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Brilliantly cut out. Rafinha. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Now it's Rafinha. He's shifting through the gears here. A lot of space ahead of him. Goes for a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Rafinha really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
Even Nielsen! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Nuno Mendes for Pedro Neto. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Bruno Guimaraes played out wide, tries to pass it through. Shoots! Goal! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
The goal scorer for Brazil after 74 minutes is number 10, Neymar.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Thinks about Bruno Fernandes! Oh, good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Portugal now in a position far more desirable.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Portugal can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, that is one way to stop him. João Cancelo with a definite foul there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Substitution.
Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Savinho. Pinches it off him. That has been slung wide. It's a goal kick.
Substitution in progress.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
But he's only too happy to take that back. Ibanez. It's a really well-measured ball. Pedro Neto. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And it's Mendes. Oh, that's and a chance!
There will be 5 minutes.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Danilo. Neymar. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, well played. Ederson. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to, following this splendid display of poise, potency and proficiency. Bruno Fernandes picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. Newcastle have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Tries to get it clear. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Messi.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Strong running down that left flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Messi. Nicely spread. He is through here. And here's Messi. That's a sharp pass. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now who's going to be first to this? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's having a shot! Goal! A goal at a really telling moment. There was to be only one outcome.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
That's an imaginative pass. So a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Argentina trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Time and again they are repelled. And he was quick to react. Ah, he's fizzed it forward. Now it's Messi. Distributed tidily. It's a promising position. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Messi receives it in a good position here. And this is Messi. No, he's not getting past him there. And he's there to belt it away.
Newcastle have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now, can they get him away? There's the shot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Argentina really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There is an expectant air here in North London, the Emirates serving the embodiment of class, sophistication for its illustrious... He's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Bruno Guimaraes. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. This looks promising. Evan Nielsen showed plenty. Rafinha! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Rafinha gets a good foot in there. Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here, one each for now. Over to the right flank. Chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Ibanez. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Rafinha. Brazil have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game.
Shot a goal! That had everyone off their seats.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort. Oh, really well played.
Ederson. Good ball, good take. Lucas Paqueta. Good read, needed to be. India couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Evan Nielsen is onto this. Evan Nielsen. And it's hit the woodwork and out. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Great vision. And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And it's been taken short. India have the chance to go the other way.
Brazil have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Rafinha. And it's Paqueta. He's picked his way through. Ibanez. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner. And he's there to clear it. Gently done. Ibanez. And here's Paqueta. Bruno Guimaraes. Alexandro. And here's Neymar. There's the shot! Goal, Brazil! A goal at a really telling moment.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
44 minutes is number 16, Evan Nielsen.
Brazil have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One is...
And the shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. India trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
India can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that has put paid to that. Rafinha. Lucas Paqueta. And he's been shifted off it. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Evan Nielsen. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And he's there to belt it away. Rafinha plays it short. Here comes the cross. That's a sharp pass. And now a sudden chance to counter.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And he skips past his man. Ibanez. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? They want to be quick to recover this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.